New Braunfels, Texas, an alluring city resting on the cusp of the beautiful Texas Hill Country. A city founded by a German prince. A city with two crystal clear rivers running through it. A city where the oldest dance hall in Texas rests. A city known for many things, such as the 10-day salute to sausage, 3 refreshing water parks, and even an iconic traffic circle. But New Braunfels is quickly becoming recognized for something no other city can stake claim to, as the Mosskrug-Stemmen capital of the United States. Hello everybody, I'm Jason Herda with Texas Stein Holding. We are so glad you've tuned in to our first ever documentary titled Redemption, the story of a Steinholder. Now, what we're doing this season, and it's the first time ever, hopefully we'll do it for many other times, is we're following a Steinholder throughout the Mosskrug-Stemmen season, which runs from May until the middle of August. Now, before we get to who we're following and who we're going to track and their progress, a lot of you are probably wondering, what in the heck is Mosskrug-Stemmen? Well, Mosskrug-Stemmen is an age-old Bavarian strongman and strongwoman sport that the Germans would do while they're sitting around in the beautiful beer gardens in Munich or in anywhere in Bavaria, under the beautiful chestnut trees during the spring and the summer months. As they're sitting around trying to solve the problems of the world, somebody with a liter of beer stands up and says, "I can hold this beer stein longer than you," and a competition ensues. Well, theirs is a way more informal competition, but us Americans, leave it to us to take it and run with it. So the best way I can explain what Mosskrug-Stemmen is with a visual aid, which I happen to have. The Mosskrug-Stemmen competitions use a Moss, which is a 1 liter stein of beer poured in a beautiful glass dimpled mug with a nice handle. The contestant must hold this stein of beer with an outstretched arm that is parallel to the ground for as long as they can. Now, what I mean by parallel is this right here. No dipping, no raising too much, and you definitely don't want to bend your arm. If you commit any of those infractions, well, the sanctioned Mosskrug-Stemmen judges will give you a strike. In the world of Mosskrug-Stemmen, 3 strikes and you're out. Now, the one thing that will absolutely disqualify you without any mercy is if you spill the beer. And you just don't want to spill the beer. One, it's wasteful, and the beer, when it's spilled, it hasn't had the chance to recycle through the body and be environmentally friendly. And 3, when you spill it in a beer hall, well, it's a hazard. And there's no one there to clean it up right away. So just don't spill the beer. Now, one thing that we must clarify when it comes to Maaskrugstemmen is it's not a drinking competition. We're not chugging the liter of beer. Let me tell you, that's amateur hour. We don't do that with Maaskrugstemmen. What Maaskrugstemmen is, it's a holding contest. And actually, we prefer that you hold the stein of beer as far away from your mouth as humanly possible with an outstretched arm. So we're not encouraging that you drink it. Now, once you end the competition, once you finish, once you fail, please enjoy your beer however you like to enjoy it, or give it away. So that's basically what Maaskrugstemmen is. Now, there are a lot of rules that talk about, some intricate rules that talk about leaning back, arm down by the side. Those are all rules that you can refer to on the U.S. Stein Holding Association page. They've got a great website, a nice Facebook page, and a very impressive Instagram page. Now, as we stated in our introduction to this documentary, New Braunfels is the self-proclaimed capital of Maaskrugstemmen for the entire United States. Well, that's self-proclaimed, and leave it to Texans to latch onto that title, but we feel like we've got good reason. New Braunfels is home to 3 Maaskrugstemmen national champions. 2014, myself, I won in New York City with a time of 14 minutes and 3 seconds, which at the time was a record. I was the first one ever to bring back the Stein Holding Championship back to New Braunfels. In 2016, Derek Lindsay went to New York City and also won, also setting the record at 19 minutes and 11 seconds. Very impressive feat. I was there. And last year, 2018, Michael Tyler, competing out of the Krause's Cafe and Beer Garden, also won New York City and set the record, as a matter of fact, with an astounding time of 21 minutes and 17 seconds. An absolute feat of strength. So, we kind of call that the Steinesty. Think about it. Steinesty. Got it? Okay. So, New Braunfels, self-proclaimed Maaskrugstemmen capital of the world, with 3 national champions in the last 5 years. You know, while we all have day jobs, and we all have ways that we make a living, we're definitely not opposed to sitting around the Friesenhaus restaurant or the Krause's Cafe and Beer Garden and holding steins. It's just what makes New Braunfels, New Braunfels. Once again, we want to truly thank you for tuning in to Texas Stein Holding's first ever documentary, Redemption, the story of a stein holder. We hope as we release the next few parts over the next few weeks, the person that we've chosen is someone that you can get behind, you can root for, that whether this person's an underdog or not, you're right there with them through the good and through the bad. So we hope it's almost like a 30 for 30 on ESPN without the tragedy, hopefully. So tune in soon for part 2 as we drop that on our Texas Stein Holding page when we release who that stein holder will be. Now, if you want to follow what's going on in the world of stein holding throughout the state, throughout the country, you're going to want to follow Texas Stein Holding on Facebook, and also U.S. Stein Holding Association, which is the national organization, on Facebook and Instagram. Both sites, both social media platforms and pages do a very good job of updating where competitions are at, who's been winning, and just general great information about the sport. Once again, thank you, and we hope you've enjoyed part 1 of Redemption.